Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brando free to play, but today I am not on my free to play account. I am actually on Coco free to play account. Now, as you guys may or may not know, today Coco reaches a bit of a milestone. Coco's account has 1,700 consecutive logins. So I want to go ahead and give Coco a huge shout out for reaching this really impressive milestone. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he does not lose the consecutive logins like I did a little bit after my 1,700 days later. So, yeah, let's go over this really pretty impressive free to play account. Okay, now I'm gonna do it similarly to how I do my um, account overviews. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the familiar side of the of the castle, and then moving all the way across. Okay, now by the looks of it, he has two gyms currently training two familiars at once. He has two spires and he has four springs, which is not bad. All right, so let's take a look at what familiars he has maxed. Now he does have Helldrider. All right, he does have the max infantry HP and also max convocation, which really does come quite a bit handy. 15,000 tier 4 every 3 days. That's actually pretty good. He has also maxed out Hoarder, right? He's got the max gem deposit, and he also has Payday maxed out. So you get 3 jewels every 3 days. Very nice. Everything maxed out on Trickstar, Nosferus. He's got the cavalry attack done. He's got Pyrus. He's got the Blazing Trail maxed out. Not too bad. He also has Mole Shaman for the infirmary capacity and also the infantry attack. So that's pretty good. He does have Evil Weevil because he probably has it on his wall. Okay. Harpy, I think he got this leveled up to get VIP points if I'm not mistaken. Aquarius for the extra stamina. And Bonehead. So as you guys may or may not know, Coco is a free-to-play Colo genius, right? A little while ago, he was actually rank 1 in Colosseum, believe it or not. So, yeah, it's actually really impressive, okay? So he has quite a bit of level 60 familiars. Right now, he is leveling up Saber Fang, mainly for the Hunting Ground and the Swift Predator. Those are really handy when it comes to hunting higher level monsters, especially if you got if you have to do like one level 4 a day or a couple level 3s a day. It'll actually really be like really beneficial for you to get this Hunting Ground maxed out. All right, Griffin, he's also working on Griffin. Gem and Gremlin, he has not maxed it out yet. But as you guys can see, he's not really lacking on gems at all at this time. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and just continue just to scroll through some of these. Now, yes, you guys are seeing this correctly. He does have an adult level Bon Appetit. So, I will also explain to you how he got all of these things, okay? All right, let's just go ahead and keep on scrolling through really quickly because, I mean, these are familiars. Everybody knows what they are, okay? So, yes, max gem deposit. He has everything maxed out. Gets 92,250 gems every 30 days, which is not bad. He currently does have an altar boost and a level 60 prisoner. So his stats are going to look really nice. Okay, so before I go any further into the rest of this, some of you guys may be wondering if Coco is in fact free to play. Yes, he is. He still has that first purchase bonus. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys are wondering if he still has that, what's it called? That, big guy pack, the winning start. It's still there. Okay. Still there. Not Colo. I want to check Labyrinth. Now, he does not have Elite unlocked. And also, he cannot gift. So, let's see, me. No gifting option. All right. So, yeah. That said, this is a 100% free-to-play account. Now, as I've mentioned to you, Coco is a bit of a free-to-play genius when it comes to Colosseum. A little while ago, he was rank 1. I unfortunately didn't take a screenshot of it, but currently he is now back down to rank 28 because he got kicked out, right? But as you guys can see here, he wins quite a bit of his matches, right? Wins some, loses some. That's kind of how it is at the top ends of, Colosseum. Everybody's trying to fight for that number 1 spot, especially when the gems are going to pay out, right? So I'm going to try to finish this somewhat quickly so he can try to also get back to number 1 so he can get those juicy, juicy gems. All right, because if you guys don't know, rank 1 gets 500 gems, all right? But even at rank 28, he would be getting 190 gems every 3 hours or so, right? So that's actually really, really good, and that's one of his main sources of gems, is Colosseum. Colosseum, and also the fact that he saves up so many gems and he prefers to use speed ups for everything instead of gems. Now, here is another reason why he loves to save his gems. Because he loves to, and absolutely loves to, use Labyrinth to get all of his things leveled up, right? Because in Labyrinth, you can get Queen Bee Venoms, you can get chests, you can get monster familiar packs, right? So you can get a lot of really, really good things in Kingdom Tycoon, right? And since he has so many gems, 743k gems, he can actually go ahead and do this, pretty frequently and eventually get the items that he needs. So this is actually one of the main ways how he actually get this stuff done, okay? So, and also Labyrinth, right? He does have 12,000 Holy Stars at the moment, but I'm pretty sure he can get more, especially with the amount of gems he has to get items that he needs. Ultra rares, resources, whatever it may be, right? So, now, obviously, he is a tier 4 player, so he does have Altar, Prison, Battle Hall maxed out because you need that to get to Academy 25. Now, he does have Academy 25, but I will talk about his research and his gear a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. As of the making of this video, he is full infirmary. Okay. At the time of this video, he can heal 716,000 troops, which is really, really good, right? It's not bad. Not the most he can get, but it's still very, very good. Okay. He has 1 barracks and no manners because he is pretty much done building troops. Okay. And yes, he does have a lot of troops. You guys saw that number. A ton of troops. Okay. A ton. Yeah. A very, very impressive amount of troops. He is ready for taking some rally parties. And I'm going to go about talking about his troops, his gear, all of that shortly. So go ahead and just stick around and you guys will see all of that goodness. Now, by the looks of his resource buildings, he is kind of a mix of everything. He is not a hyper of one resource, which is also respectable, okay? So, let's talk about his research. Now, this is something that I haven't really looked at since I got onto his account again. So, economy, pretty much everything's maxed out except for gem harvesting. Defense, fairly complete, right? I'm pretty sure he was working on this for his Watcher, okay? Military, pretty much everything maxed out. He has not yet begun working on counter researches. Monster Hunt, also as you can see, maxed out. Upgraded defenses, got to 7 and 8 of 10. I'm assuming for early might. Upgrade military, this is almost fully maxed out. I think I am further ahead in this than he is at the time of this video. But I have been working on this quite a bit. Okay. Army leadership, let's see how far he has gone in army leadership. We're about the same in the plague, sabotage, and demoralize. All right, so research-wise, so far we are pretty neck-and-neck. He is farther ahead in defense than I am, however. All right, military command. Okay, nothing super duper. It's pretty much the same here, except he has 1 point in hidden talent. Familiars, pretty much pack 4. Everything is pretty self-explanatory here, just like my familiar research tree is. Familiar battles. Okay, he did not max out early on here, which is understandable because I believe, yep, you need archaic tomes, and he only got up to familiar battle 3. And then he did a little bit on familiar battle 4 because he did want to unlock the 4th familiar, but I think he saw how much tomes it was going to require, and he's kind of taken a step back from that. Sigils, he did work on some of these sigil trees. I believe he is going to try to continue to work on this to unlock at least a helmet sigil. But again, these all require archaic tomes. And as you guys know, those are very, very gem expensive. Now, he does have a lot of gems, but it is nowhere near enough to get everything that we really want, right? Familiar battle, he hasn't touched it. And gear, he also has not touched that at all. So unlike me, I have dabbed into the gear, the tier 5 tree. So my gems kind of went down because of that. Also, I was working on the counter research. So, you know, he does do a fantastic job of saving gems, but he also uses his gems pretty wisely in order for him to get gear and, you know, things of that nature, right? So that's actually really good. His research is actually pretty solid, all right? So let's go ahead and let's take a look at his familiars. Now, he does have a gold watcher. I am really kind of very happy for him. He got this maybe about over a year ago, I'm assuming, I'm thinking. He did get this quite a while before I did, right? This was one of his goals that he set for himself, and he went ahead and he just got it, right? He does have every single free-to-play hero gold. He does have a purple Boommeister. It's at 5 of 15. And he does have a green Chaos Dragon at 35 of 50. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Coco is also trying to get some Chaos Dragon medals whenever he can. But I don't think this is an urgent goal for him. And then the rest of these Green Dream Witch are all of the limited time challenge heroes that we went ahead and got throughout the years. Okay. And trophies, medals, I mean, he's got a ton of everything, right? Now, one of the things that I like to kind of go over in these account overviews is what's in the bag, all right? So he has a ton of hero experience, a buttload of VIP points, a lot of random relocators, a lot of relocators, a lot of tomes, pickaxes, steel cuffs, soul crystals. He has been actually using his quest scrolls very well. I actually have a lot of them saved up. So the fact that he only has this many is actually pretty cool, right? Um, and like myself, he has a ton of bookmark space and cabinet expanders. He has a decent amount of energy, right? A lot of, well, not a lot. He has a few Monster Hunt attack boosts. One migration scroll, 10 licenses to kill, which is actually really nice. 77 star scrolls, which is also really nice to have. A ton of anima, and at the time of this making of this video, 57 archaic tomes. Resources, he has a ton of resources. Speed ups, his speed ups are actually pretty good right now. I think he has more than I do at this time. Combat, he has shields for days and years. So again, if he goes unshielded, it's not because he forgot to, it's because he wanted to. All right. Guild coins, he also uses up his guild coins pretty effectively. All right. So now let's get into his actual troop composition, right? At the currently, right, 63 million troops, all right? So he has about 3.4 tier 4 inf and cav and 4.1 million tier 4 ranged. And his tier 2 count, he has 19.5 tier 2 glad, 17 million tier 2 sharpshooters, and 15 million tier 2 reptilian riders. So he has definitely an extremely beefy comp, right? It's very, very, very impressive. Something that I will eventually strive to get, all right? And then his resource count, he has a 2 bill food and bags, 4 bill stone, 3.3 bill wood, 4.3 bill ore, and 1.35 billion gold. So his resources are actually pretty stacked, all right? So now let's go ahead and let's talk about his gear. All right, so let's take a look here. This is his mix set, but I think he needs to modify this with that because that's where his jewels are. All right, so this is mix gear set, right? So he has a gold frostwing greatsword, purple bumble helm, a purple firewall chestplate, purple talons, a gold, what is this again? The dragon's fist, 2 purple cups, and 1 gold burning scroll. So he does have quite a few legendary jewels, but he is missing 3, 4, 6 jewels before he is a completely gold mix set. Now, as I've mentioned before, he does use Kingdom Tycoon pretty frequently to get his cups up to purple. So, you know, it's not necessarily quickly, but he's taking advantage of Tycoon to get, you know, the ultra rares for the cups, the halos, right? Currently, he has 1 gold halo as of the making of this video. So, yeah, Coco, he is very, very, very good at saving up gems and using them wherever he needs them. So, above all, this is a very, very solid mix set, right? Very impressive. Really, really good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. He does have a gathering gear set, very similar to how I have mine. Okay. Speed. This is just if he needs to speed anything. Yes, he does have green champion legs. Familiar. So this is his familiar gear. Nothing, you know. It's a mix of gold and purple and blue. Looks pretty nice, right? Monster hunting gear. Now, I don't know if Coco took advantage of the monster hunting chests that came out a little while ago or not. If he did, fantastic. I hope he got some good luck, but based on his monster hunting set, maybe he didn't get the best of luck, right? He does have this gray, but yeah. And then he also has these boots at gray, but you know, I think the Pegasus items were probably better for him in the long run. Alright, his training gear. He does also have a champ offhand for a little bit of extra training speed. I think he did attempt a cav spear set, which is not too bad. That's not too bad if I if I'm talking in general, right? Not the best, but not too bad. His construction set, 171% construction speed, really nice. His research set, 120% research speed, also very nice. So those are his gear sets. Let's take a look at his talents that he's using. You guys can go ahead and scroll or pause the video so you guys can see all of this. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So let's go ahead and let's talk about his military stats. Okay, now, yes, Coco is 1.2 billion might. He has been playing for 1,700 days. But because he has been focusing purely on building his account, he has not really gotten many kills. Now, this is something that I have already mentioned to him, something that you guys have also mentioned in the comments below, but his kill count is pretty low. All right. Now, myself, I'm at over 300 million kills, and I think that's a respectable amount for a free-to-play account, right? Especially when most of my kills I get myself, either from solo attacks, rallies I've eaten, and so forth, right? Now, Coco, he hasn't really opened himself up to begin to get rallied. Now, that is probably going to change after the making of this video. But he also needs to go ahead and start joining some rallies and getting some solo attacks done just to get that experience out of the way. So you guys can see here, he has over 817 million troop might, research 375, and everything else looks pretty nice, right? Pretty self-explanatory, right? Nothing super duper much to explain. Now, one of the things that I want him to do, I want him to just load up his prison and just get his altar to like never ever go down again. All right, that's something that he should really try to focus on now that he has finally finished his comp, right? He needs to start getting that up. All right, that's just my opinion, and that's something that I'm going to let him know about. All right. So yeah, you guys can see his current rank in Colosseum. He went back down to 38, but he was number 1. So, and he has won 15,000 battles. Very nice. Resources sent, again, nothing too bad. So let's take a look at his current military stats. So, as of right now, we currently are holding 2 forts. So that's giving us an extra 25% in infantry and ranged. Okay. So with that fort boost, he has 476% infantry attack, 453% range attack, and 447% cavalry attack. Again, very good stats to have, very respectable stats, if you ask me, right? I think they might be a little bit higher than mine, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember my stats off the top of my head, but yeah. Army stats, army attack is at 248%. Army max HP, a massive 444%. Again, these stats are all 100% free to play. All right. And everything else down here, nothing super duper impressive or that we really need to work on, right? So yeah, let's take a look at what he has on his wall. This is the last thing that we need to look at. Currently, he has the Aquarius Familiar, the Hearty Feast, and Deadly Sash Familiars on his wall. Now, pretty much those are increases max HP, decrease army max HP for the invader, and also decrease 40% cavalry stat HP from the attacker. Okay. So, all in all, these are really good hero choices. He has 3 army heroes, Watcher, Rose Knight, and Bomb and Goblin, which give him like about 65% army attack just with those 3 familiars alone. Very, very good to have, especially with the massive army that he has. Okay, he also has Snow Queen and Demon Slayer to round out those 5 heroes that he uses. Again, very good choices to use. I have absolutely no problem with how he has picked his heroes. Really, really good stuff. All right, and that is pretty much the entire account overview for Coco Free to Play. Now, if you guys have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any advice that you may need, please write it down in the comments below. Both myself and Coco will be checking them in. We'll be checking in on them and trying to respond as we can. All right. So yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, guys. See ya.